Oh, trust me, the blood will run. Wake the faith up, Giant Slayers. It's time for more heads to roll. That's right, grab your Bibles. We're looking at 2 Samuel chapter 23. We're talking about David's mighty men. There's a cat in there, I think it's about verse 10, and his name is Eleazar. Check it out. He and David and the army of Israel go out to fight the Philistines. But specifically, David and Eleazar go out to taunt the Philistines. That's right, man, you gotta love it. They're taunting the Philistines. Look, I don't know if they bent over and went na-na-na-na boo-boo, or if they maybe flipped them off, or if they called them bad names. I don't care. I just like the fact that these two boys went out there and had the guts to start ticking off Philistines. There's a lesson there. But anyway, the Philistines come down to do battle. And guess what? Just like half of your friends and half the guys I know, the army of Israel retreats. They take off. They leave David and Eleazar standing there holding the bag. All of a sudden, Philistine army gathers around, and guess what? They start swinging for the fences. Eleazar and David fight all day long. In fact, in 2 Samuel 23, it says that Eleazar fought for so long that his sword froze to his hand. Now that's what I want to talk about. The sword froze to his hand. Was it because he held on for so long that his arms just cramped up? Yeah, that might have been part of it. But let me tell you a little bit of history in battle, especially when it comes to sword fighting. When you start swinging that sword and you start gashing open people, necks, bodies, stomachs, legs, blood's everywhere. And if you're fighting all day and that blood is dripping down your sword over your hand, after a while, with the heat and the wind and the movement of your hand, that blood starts to coagulate. It starts to clot. And all of a sudden, after just a few hours, it's as if you've dipped your hand in wax 20, 30 times, and the sword is actually frozen to your hand because that blood becomes like a cast. So yes, his hand was definitely frozen to the sword, maybe because of cramping, maybe because his muscles just seized up, but it also was being held in place by the blood. Listen, I don't care what your issue is. I don't care what's coming at you. I don't care how many people have retreated who at one time said they were your friends. Look, you might have money issues, health issues. You might be sick, cancer, disease. It might be your marriage. You might be lonely. Maybe you struggle with porn. You have a bad job or you lost your job. You have lack of direction. Maybe you're just worn out. You get up out of bed and you're just like, man, not another day. Just tired of it. Maybe you have an addiction. Maybe, you don't even have a job. Maybe it's your kids. They're not serving God, or you want to strangle one of them. Maybe you're bitter. You wrestle with that. Maybe people have gossiped about you, or people have maligned your name, ripped you off, beat you up, broke your bones. I don't care what it is. Remember this. Remember this today. When you seem more overwhelmed by your problems than by Christ and what he did on the cross, you remember the blood. That is why Jesus died on the cross. He died to shed his blood. He died so that his blood would give you victory, so that when you feel like you can't hang on anymore, his blood is there, and it keeps your hand on the sword, and it keeps you swinging. That is why he died on the cross, to keep you swinging. You're a warrior. You keep slaying giants. You keep going at it. Don't you ever give up. Now, here's today's challenge. It's simple, but oh so hard to do for most men. I want you to go out today at some point in time, and I want you to tell someone you love them. Don't text them. Don't email them. Don't write them a note. Say it with your mouth. Hey, honey, I love you. Tell your wife. Tell your girlfriend. And if you have a wife, you don't have a girlfriend. Tell your wife, your girlfriend. Tell your son or your daughter. You might even tell your boss. Now listen, you might say, look, I'll get married before I tell my boss I love him. But the point is, you have to break barriers in your life. And this is one of the biggest barriers to be broken. To be able to verbally say, I love you. Some of you have never said that. Some of you have said it, and it's easy to say. So find someone that it's not easy to say it to, and do that. That's the challenge. Don't wussy out. Do it today. All right, keep slaying giants. This is the David Alliance. Make sure you rate us on iTunes or we will come and find you.